Hey guys, it's Mike the Wrestling Godsmith, and you guys are watching All in Wrestling. This video was from my Dynamite, AEW no, not Dynamite, AEW Dynasty, bro. Like before I even begin, dude, like AEW. This is why I support AEW so much, and I'm just like they capped it off, and the company just keeps growing. The company just keeps doing stuff that you don't think they're going to do, but they're going to do. And I didn't even go into predictions into this. And dude, like the 0 hour was good because we finally got the trios belts. We finally got the ROH 6-man tag belts unified. So now they're unified trios champion, which is better than anything else I could actually think of. And dude, that match was good. That match was so good because you got Billy Gunn and the Acclaim. And I love the Acclaim. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe this will get them to go after the tag team titles and Billy Gunn to just be a manager again or just a main dude. Because like that's what I truly want. I truly want them to go after the titles. I truly want the Top Flight to do it, Private Party, all these tag teams that they got, and everybody has just been doing nothing. And I'm like, now the House of Black can go after the Bang Bang Gang, or somebody will probably, which I'm probably thinking Death Triangle is going to do that. Death Triangle is actually going to do that. I think they're going to once Phoenix gets back. But here's the thing that I love, right? It was a nice 10 minute match, 5 minute match. I love that the crowd was surprised for the Acclaim. The Acclaim are literally getting better every time I see them. I love that Billy Gunn even said "suck it" to his own son and and literally said that to Jay White, and almost literally took the bat and hit him and tried to do the heel finish, and he literally gets him tries to get him with the famouser, and gets him. They get 310 a unit. They get a 2 count. The crowd was hot for this. Like the crowd was hot. That was a good match. I'm gonna give that like a 7 or an 8 because that storyline. I'm glad it kind of concluded. That was fun. But my two matches of the night were the FTR match against the Young Bucks, Matthew and Nicholas Jackson. That ladder match was brutal. That ladder match was brutal. There was blood. It was everything I could have imagined the ladder match was going to be. Because like they did when they did the dog color match at ROH like 2 years ago, it's just it's that was bloody and violent because of the Briscoes. Shout out to Jay Briscoe. I miss him a lot. But dude, the crowd was into it, bro. The EVPs were going like, bro, them coming up with stuff with the ladder, and they're ready to fight. They're not even doing like, they stopped the super kicks. They start beating the crap out of each other. They go outside. They get the ladders. They starting to get the ladders and everything. And what made this like match so good was the fact that we got move after move after move. Like, bro, we got a shatter machine off the ladder. And then a BTE trigger on top of a ladder they set up to do it. Then we got a spike pile driver on top of the ladder. And then Dax literally gets stuck. He gets stuck. They're literally beating the crap out of him with chairs. Cash is literally getting his butt beat with they get the chair, they put the ladder on top of his body, and they start wailing on him, and the chair almost breaks. Like the dents in that chair, that dude was gushing out blood. And the fact that they literally went from they literally did the Doomsday device on top of the ladder. They literally were fighting for those belts, bro. Like literally he was going to win it. They were literally going to win those belts. And what was fantastic is we get a dude in a hoodie. We don't know who he is. We think it's a fan. The security just go get the guy. And then when they stop him and get the guy, he goes in the ring. You take off the mask. It's Jack Perry. And what I love about this whole thing with the Jack Perry thing is that he's happy being the scapegoat, but he's a heel. And it's really working. Like I can see, like he's got the beard And he's really just on a different level playing field ever since Marco left. Like, bro, like, dude, it's wild. Like, I can't wait to see Dynamite on Wednesday to see if he's gonna join, because he did the elite symbol, which I think is like four fingers, and yeah, that's the elite symbol, and he does it. And the funny thing is, I think they're gonna let him be in the elite. I think they're gonna let him be. Like, that's how crazy it is. Like, bro, a heel elite without Kenny is gonna be wild. Because I can't wait to see when Kenny comes back what it's gonna be like. But it's gonna be wild. Like, we don't even know. Like, that's how funny it is. Like that match was fun. And the House of Black against Adam Copeland, Jay Briscoe, and Eddie Kingston. I mean, that was fun. Like, it was a really fun match. But I really want the House of Black to get the trios title so Malachi can go after the TNT title, because I feel like he's gonna want to have a match with him at Double or Nothing. Because here's the thing, I love the House of Black and I want to see them more and not just Julia. And the Willow Nightingale against Julia was fun. That was actually a fun match because I've never got to see a heel like Willow Nightingale or a heel Chris Statlander, and I'm probably going to see it at some point because there's inklings there with Stokely Hathaway and Willow. I feel like they're going to do that. I feel like they're going to work. I feel like they're gonna be a heel. It's like, bro, and I can see it because it's like, yo, she has the AEW championship, she has the TBS championship, which would make like a really good story because I want to see them kind of do like a role models thing, or the crowd just simply just hates them, but they love them at the same time. Because I could see it, but it was a good match. Like Julia Hart tried to pull out everything. She tried to do the moonsault. Like Willow with that pounce is deadly. Like she did the pounce off the rope, and I seen the range just shifted a bit because she's a big girl. She can go, bro. But she won, and she just does a power bomb, gets the 1, 2, 3. She was her, but she fought for that belt. She was trying to keep that belt because that's how funny it is. Like, and the fact that like with the Black House of Black, Malachi gets Adam Copeland with the mist, and he goes blinded, and he just get him with the he gets him with the black mass and just gets him 1, 2, 3. Like I really wanted more out of Buddy and Brody. I wanted more out of Buddy Matthews. I really did, because like, bro, he's just on a different level. I really want that, and like I said, that was fun. The ladder match was ridiculously fun. Like even the match between Bryan Danielson and Will Ospreay, and I'm gonna say it again, like Will Ospreay's on that fifth level. Like he is the best professional wrestler on the planet because the match was great. The crowd every time it's like when Will Ospreay showed up to All In last summer, like I knew, and I want to say I knew because I knew what was gonna happen. I knew what it was going to be. I knew what we're doing now. And now, because Will is a bro, he's not really gonna need Don Callis. He's not gonna need him, because bro, him and Bryan Danielson, and I'm gonna say that dude is a technical god. Like he is a technical wrestling god. Because bro, he has it in him. Like he has the Dean Malenko. He has the Dean Malenko in him. He has Kurt Angle. He's got everything you could imagine for a technical wrestler, because it's like, bro, he's that guy. He's got the William Regal in him too, because it's like he's not the perfect wrestler, but he's at that William Regal level of like of tapping dudes out. Like he can do it. But when you're facing a guy who's like a high flyer or aerialist like Will Ospreay, and can get you and flip, and like, bro, he goes into doing the hidden blade into the Busaigo knee, and hits him, with his best shot and gets a 2 count. And the crowd, like, bro, it was like the pacing was good. Like they were technically, they were going for technical. It was mat wrestling, like good mat wrestling, because you don't see that in WWE a lot. Everybody does the same thing. But the fact that he was doing hyperextend, he's trying to hyperextend the arm. He was trying to go after his leg. He was doing the was it I know what Taz actually calls it too, and the the Indian Deathlock, like he was trying to get him by his leg, like everything he pulled off, and like the fact that he still was doing the stomp and then try to get him to Blue Psycho knee, and they took a knee, and they both were trying to get their last shot, and he hits him with the 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 hidden blade, and then off the hidden blade, he's done. He gets him with like he gets I forgot his move, and I know it's not Storm Zero. It's like bro, like Will Ospreay took it to him, took his limit, like bro, and the thing is like Will Ospreay is like, dude, he was giving like Brian Danielson was the crowd was into it, like the crowd was super into it where they come in and he's like, dude, he's giving him kidney shots to his kidneys, he's giving him leg shots, he's giving him like hamstring, like he's going for the hamstring, he's going for every body part he can go for as a technical wrestler. And I'm like, bro, and I see it with Brian Danielson. He's got that Dean Malenko in him. He's got Dean Malenko. He's got Kurt Angle. He's got guys who are technical. I would say even Chris Benoit, like early Chris Benoit, not crippler Chris Benoit, but he's got it. And the thing I like about this match, it wasn't the story was who's the best press, like because everybody knows that Brian Danielson is a wrestling, like dude is a legend in Ring of Honor. He's a legend in Tokyo. He's a legend everywhere he's been. And just like Sting, if you don't know who he is, just look at some of his matches. It's the same thing with like Chris Jericho being there. And I'm gonna talk about that match because I think that's like one of my letdowns for it, because here's the thing. But the match was great, bro. Like he gets, and the thing is, he got hurt. I think Brian's done. I think Brian Danielson's done because he couldn't move it. He was literally saying he couldn't move. Like I could see, like he was shaking, like flinching from the pain. Like he couldn't move, bro. They had to get the Doc Samson in, and Doc Samson barely comes into these matches. Like usually the dudes can walk on their own power. Like he was able to walk, but he might have some nerve damage though. They might have to check that sciatic nerve. They might have to check him. Might have to send him to a hospital. But I hope he gets well, because like I want to see another match between those dudes at Forbidden Door. Or him and Kenny again, because I feel like Kenny's gonna want that rematch at some point. But who knows? But and the next thing I want to get into, the two matches I want to get into that was kind of a letdown to me, was the Roderick Strong versus Kyle O'Reilly for the International Championship. It was a really good match, but in my brain, like like in my brain, I want, like here's the thing. I like Roger Strong. He gives me like Diamond Mine Roger Strong vibes, because Roger Strong is one of them dudes who I knew who he was, like with NXT, and I knew with Ring of Honor because I've seen some of his matches with him in Ring of Honor, and it's like, bro, like it's the same thing with Kyle O'Reilly. Is that the match, they shouldn't have had a match for the Intercontinental, the international championship, because here's my problem, right? Is that belt is a workhorse title. I'm not gonna say it's not. I'm not. I'm not gonna say it's a workhorse title, because it is. And and the thing, it's like, bro, because without Orange Cassidy making that belt what it is, like, it wouldn't be sought after like the TNT title or any other belt. Because here's my thing, right? We have we have great belts, right? And the thing is, like, Roger Strong, and I'm gonna say this too, because the match, I'm gonna get into the match, sorry guys, I lost track. Because here's the thing, I know how good the dude is. He has a great jumping knee. Like, the jumping knee was the thing. Like, he goes in with the Olympic slam, the ankle lock. And the thing about Kyle O'Reilly, he's a jiu-jitsu specialist. He knows how to, he's a technical wrestler too. But the problem is, when I thought about it last night when I was watching the match, it's like, he knows how to go. But against Roderick Strong, it's a different matchup. It's like, bro, you're going strength against speed. And the thing is, he can get you from anywhere. He has cardio. Like, the cardio is crazy. He doesn't get tired, bro. He'll dig down deep as much as he can. Kyle O'Reilly could have probably beat him. He could have beat him, but the problem was he has a gut wrench. Like, he has the freaking gut wrench like power, like the gut wrench slam. Like, he has the end of heartache. The thing is, and he's at the Olympic slam. Like, bro, he can do it. He's got the angle, like, bro, he could have tapped him out. And the thing is, like, Kyle O'Reilly was trying to go technical with him. Yeah, probably would have worked if he would have hybrid extended him. But the problem is that the matchup, the story, there was no storyline. There was a little bit because of Collision. That's it. Like, I could understand they would have had a rivalry, like, at Dynamite, and they kept going to Collision. And next week, I think, this week's Dynamite, I think that there's going to be a storyline where Kyle O'Reilly's going to be like, yo, I could have beaten you for the title, but I didn't want to go against you I didn't want to fight you for the international title. Then it's going to make him obsessed with it to the point where he's like, yo, I can beat you for that title. And the thing is, what if he does join the Undisputed Kingdom? Like, what if they do that? And he has the belt. And, Adam Cole's like, sorry, Ruddy, you got to go, bro. Like, I don't need you. I got Wardlow. I've got the Kingdom. He's got 4 other dudes. And Wardlow is going to get his shot at the title because now that Joe is gone, all he got to go do is to get the swerve. That's it. But I'll get into that a little bit as I go into the video a little bit more. And I apologize if this is a long video, guys. I'm just trying to give you guys my synopsis on what I felt. Because I felt like the match was like a 5 or 6. Because I felt like it could have been better. I felt like they could have done more if, like I think Roger Trout was just trying to get it done. The storyline has to progress somehow, and it wasn't like a long blow on off. Like, I feel like when you go to the pay-per-view, that's the blow off point for the rivalry. And that's what I feel. But that match was okay. The next match we had was for the FTW belt. Oh, thanks, Mike. The next match we had was for the FTW belt. And I know everybody's probably going to rank on me for wanting me to say why I didn't like this match. Because here's the problem, right? You got a young guy like Hook, who's made that belt a title, right? Because he's has his son FTW, you got an ECW legend, But here's the problem with Chris Jericho, right? Chris Jericho's Lionheart. Chris Jericho does not work. It does not work for me. I feel like it's a bunch of crap. I feel like literally this match was stupid. Literally, FTW, he would have won. And Chris only won because of the bat. The storyline didn't make sense to me. Didn't make sense to me 3 or 4 weeks in. 2 months ago, it didn't make sense because I'm like, I don't like Lionheart Chris Jericho. I don't like Lionheart Chris Jericho because they're trying to do something with that point, or he's going to do this learning tree thing. And I'm like, bro, I don't see it in him. I don't. Because the problem is, like, Chris Jericho's trying to stay relevant, and I get why he's trying to stay relevant in AEW. Because everybody he's had has either done their own thing, left the group, and this is the thing. He wants a bunch of guys that idolize Jericho, and I'm like, no, Hook wasn't the guy. There's a many other people who could learn from Chris Jericho. Even Daniel Garcia, who is a fantastic wrestler, right? Fantastic wrestler, but had to get that way once leaving Chris Jericho. He wasn't gonna be that way if they didn't dismantle the JAS. Like, that's the thing. It's just the thing. Him winning the he was gonna win the FTW belt somehow, and I knew it because it's like, bro, he could have tapped him out. He could have did the walls of Jericho and said, "Yo, you still got a lot to learn." He's like, "I'm sorry, Hook. I didn't mean it. It's gonna hurt me a lot more than it's gonna hurt you." I'm like, no. Taz was right. He was telling him about these dudes that he's met. He's telling him don't go to these dudes from learning from them. Because here's the thing. You could take anybody. You could take Trent. You could take a guy like Trent, or maybe like oh god, like Yuta. Like Will Yuta. Like, I really feel like he's going to be that guy. Because he's that guy. He has the pure championship. That dude's been out there. Because here's the problem. Hook is he's got a bunch of untapped potential. And this dude can go. He made Samoa Joe take him as a threat. And if he gets a shot at the title at some point, or Swerve still got it, and he want to face Hook, and Hook just come out of the woodwork, and he want to challenge him, I wouldn't even think he wouldn't get that belt. Because Hook is like AEW championship is gonna be crazy. Like AEW champion in like 2 or 3 years it'll be nuts, because like, bro, it'd be a massive pop. Everybody loves Hook. He'd be a threat. He would take on everybody. Because I was like, I can't fathom it. Because I feel like that match was a 4. I feel like, dude, it would have been fine if he would have tapped him out, or they would have had a back and forth, bro. It was a really good back and forth because Hook was going crazy. Because that's my problem with this whole entire match. No, and like I said before, I can't get through that. I can't, bro. Because I'm just like, I can't fathom. I can't fathom why. Because this storyline was lame when we got it. Because I'm like, bro, this is why I stopped watching. Like, that's why I stopped watching AEW for like a 2-week period. Because I'm like, bro, it's just Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho looking hard. Bro, I'm okay with the Judas thing because people are getting the backlash. Because, bro, you have other songs. Like, bro, Chris Jericho reinvents himself every time he goes to a company. And I'm like, bro, why can't you be Y2J Chris Jericho, bro? Like, why? Like, why? That's my question. Like, and the thing is, like, I don't even like. Here's my other like letdown of AW Dynasty was the match we had with with Tony Storm. It's like with Tony Storm and Thunder Rosa, which I like Thunder Rosa. I really do. But we already knew Tony was gonna go out with that belt. Because the storyline was great because you had Deanna Purrazzo who lost her shot, who lost to Thunder Rosa in the number one contenders match, who beat Mariah May in the number one contenders match because she was the number one contender for the belt, but she beat her. And here's my thing: like the only person I think is gonna beat her for the AEW championship. Because, like I said, bro, what like the only person I can see her beating for the AEW championship, women's championship, is probably gonna be Britt or Jamie whenever they get back. And that's the thing. That's a perfect idea because, like, oh, wait a minute. It's Jamie, they can restart their feud. It's Britt, they can start their feud. Because I believe Britt's gonna show back up at Double or Nothing. Her and Jamie are probably gonna be the two Jokers. They're probably gonna have two Jokers this year. That's my prediction because Deanna Purrazzo will be AEW Women's Champion, but not from Toni Storm. Because they gotta give her somebody they can go against. And I really feel like bringing her in, bringing Britt Baker, bringing Adam Cole, or like because Adam Cole is pretty much healed because I've seen him walking. But the thing that gets me is like we had a good storyline. Like that's my feeling. Because like I said before, I think because in my mind, in my mind, it was a good match. I just would have felt better if we would have made it a three-way, or Tony Khan would have did something to make us like it felt kind of flat because I'm like, bro, she won. She got her with the low kick and then beat her, and that was it. Because like, bro, the pacing was great, but Thunder Rosa is one of those people that she could have been champion if she didn't get hurt. It would have probably been better because Britt could have left, took a break, and Thunder Rosa could have just like, and she could have been champion because they could have brought her. Because that's what they did with Hikaru Shida. Because like Hikaru was one of those people who I will still love because she's great, and that's why she's on Ring of Honor because she still can go. Her and Athena go nuts, and I love it, bro. I love what they do with Billy Stars. I love what they do at Ring of Honor because everybody on Ring of Honor is actually giving a shit. But I digress. But it was a it was a fine match. But it's kind of a four because like they could have done. I mean, for me, I would say like a 5 out of 10 because it's a good match. But I think it could have been better. I think it could have been better. Um, the next match I want to get into, which is my other match of the night, which is my final match of the night, which is Swerve Strickland against Samoa Joe. And I'm gonna say this, and I'm glad they pulled the trigger. I'm glad they pulled the trigger. like I said, I'm glad because they pulled the trigger on him because this dude is over. This dude was so over the moon, and I liked him not because he had Moko Embassy. When he broke away from Moko Embassy and they got rid of like Parker Bordeaux and Trench, and they had just a group of dudes, and it was just him and Brian Cage. Because to me, Samoa Joe is a dominant champion, was great, and I love Samoa Joe. I still want them to go another round, probably at Double or Nothing, with Hangman involved, because I want to see Hangman come back as the Joker or something and just go and just say, "Yo, I'm coming for that belt. I'm doing it the same night. Nobody's gonna have that championship. I will stop you," because he's obsessed with it. I can see it, but Swerve is a different kind of obsessed. Like, he even said in his promo, like, "Bro, this is my destiny. I want a title." He even said it when he first came to AEW that he didn't know what title he wanted to go after. He wanted the TNT belt, it didn't work. He wanted the Continental Crown, didn't work. See, that's the thing that I want to see from Swerve. I want to see that same ruthlessness that he is before he had the title. Now that he got it, because bro, he did it clean. It wasn't no crazy funny finish, but it was good because he was working, yo. He was extending his arm. He was doing. They did like, bro. He did a muscle buster on the concrete and a power slam and the rear naked choke. He was fading. Joe was going to win. He was he was out. He was about to be out. And I want to give it a 9, a 9 out of 10. I'm going to give it a 9 because here's the thing. Now we can set up the Hangman thing. Now that feud's going to be even better because now he's champion. Now they're going to beat the crap out of each other. He's going to come in as a heel, and Swerve is going to be a face because I feel like they're going to give him a full babyface turn because it's going to be a face thing. He's going to be a good guy. Everybody's going to love him. Everybody's going to dump on Hangman Page when he comes out because I feel like that's where he's going when he gets back. Because now they got to sit down and figure out, oh, we got to get they're kind of capitalizing on two things. Really three. They're capitalizing for Tony, they're going to capitalize on the Britt Baker, Jamie Hayter thing. That's going to be capitalized. Then they're going to capitalize on the Jack Perry thing with the Elite. They're going to capitalize on that because that's why they did the footage. Now I think that's why they did it. Because they wanted to capitalize on Jack Perry being the scapegoat. And now that everybody's seen the footage, everybody will believe Jack Perry didn't mean to do it. He wanted to do it because he wanted to be that guy. See, him being Jungle Boy was not going to get him the title. Him being a straight face wasn't going to do it. He was bland. He wasn't going to do it. But now he's a heel, but he's a cat heel. He's a dickhead heel. See, now I get why he's doing it. See, now they're gonna make him. He's gonna be taken more seriously as a heel. Because now we're gonna have to sit there, and because now he's gonna be part of the Elite with Okada and the Bucks, and I want to see that because I want to see them run rump shot, and he did the symbol. He did the symbol, so yep, that's it. Bro, he's gonna do it, and I feel like they're gonna bring him in. Because that's why he went to New Japan and he ripped up his contract on New Japan. He went there because he's like, yo, I can come back. Tony can't stop me. He didn't fire me. I ripped up my contract. He can come back. He came back. See, now he made everybody think he wasn't coming. Now he got his revenge on the people that he was friends, like, because CM Punk thing, because he was friends with FTR, and now this is where the heel run comes into play. guys. Like I said, this is where it comes into play because now we've got heel champions, tag team champions. Now we're going to see it all come into play. And then we're going to see FTR go after the belts because they're going to be trying to get that loss back. They never lost. They're going to say, yo, you only won because Jack Perry interfered. I was going to win. We beat you guys dead to rights on the ground. That's happening on Wednesday. Because now they got to go because Mox is going after the Don Callis family. They're getting rid of the Don Callis family. Because Hobbs is going to be the first one. Then it's going to be Fletcher. Then it's going to be Ospreay. If they even get around to Ospreay. Because Ospreay is probably going to be on a different level and bring back United Empire once the other dude comes back and do United. I feel like they should do Blackpool Combat BCC. And beat and have a war. Because I want to see that happening, bro. Because that's what Jon Moxley needed. He needed to win the IGP World, the New Japan IG World Heavyweight Championship. That's what he needed. Because if he didn't win that belt, he would have been like, bro, now that he's a threat now. Now he's coming back with a new haircut. The brother's coming back to fight. He's coming back to win. He's coming in there ripping everybody. He gets that time. And now, because like I said, guys, now we're getting the stuff that we got. Now, I'm going to say Dynasty was like a good 8, 9 out of 10 for this one. But I feel like this is just a prelude to Forbidden Door, to Double or Nothing, because Double or Nothing is only a month away, a month and 30 days away, and I really feel they're gonna have some storylines in the next week, in on this Wednesday, and next week, because I feel like we're gonna have the greatest thing that we never got, and that is my feeling on it, because that's what we're going to get. But anyway, guys, like, comment, subscribe, peace.